Hi guys, took me a bit longer today. Hi and welcome to today's Plumbers of Data Science episode. Today we are going to continue with the Spark week. This is day 3. I thought I could do 3 last Saturday, but no, not a chance. So let me just quickly go over the topic that we're going to talk about today. So today we are, let me just scroll here a bit. Hi guys. Today we are going to talk about quick Docker. I'm going to do this day 3 with Zeppelin. I was thinking a lot about Databricks and so on, but already have Zeppelin installed and it's Spark and it's quite good. So let's work with something I know and I know works good. So let's use this. So we're going to do a simple Scala example. We're reading some CSV file, and Sebastian sent me a link with a interesting file. Yeah, and I'm just quickly checking if everything works fine, because I had some issues 5 minutes or 15 minutes ago with the stream. Okay, looks all good. So then we're going to do a quick a map, and I have a map or a MapReduce example and an example of reading files, and then quick SparkSQL with Zeppelin, and then we're going to see what we're going to do else, because I was running very late with the preparation. And yeah, Sebastian, simple small data sets. I think for a test, it's very good for a tutorial. Okay, before we go into this, a quick side note. You guys and other people who are writing me on the because of the cookbook, ask how they can support me, how they can support the channel. And I have some news about this. So previously what I had only is Patreon, where you can basically become a patron. 5 to, I don't know how much I set up, 50. So you can become a patron and support me on Patreon. And what I have set up now also is something on Amazon to support. I have a Amazon shop for this podcast, for this stream. Amazon.com shop Plumbers of Data Science, where I have my own let's say shop front. And you guys, if you want, you can support super easy. I'm basically getting a commission if somebody joins in this 30-day trial. For instance, for Amazon Music, for Audible, and for Prime, and I get a small commission if someone basically uses this. And what I have also done is I have added lists. People ask me what do I use to run the podcast. For instance, I have one list with the current podcast setup, where you guys can check out everything that I use for the podcast. I also added some quick info, what I think about these products. Just check this out. If you find something interesting, let me know. Or just if you buy something from this, then this supports the channel as well. And I'm also going to add later on tonight, I'm going to add another list with books. I don't know why books doesn't show up here. It should actually show up here. I already have 2 books. But okay, so what else is going to come in the next days is I'm going to add a PayPal, where you guys can send me PayPals, and I'm going to read the whole PayPal on the chat, and we can talk about what you discussed. So It's more like you can see it as like a piano player at a bar can tip me, and I'm going to address something specific and write what you have read. So okay, let's go back. Just as a news about this. Where was I here? Where's the? So today, Spark topic day 3. I have in the cookbook a explanation about. Where is it? Where is it? Here is it. No, this is. Let me just. Where's the cookbook? Here is the cookbook. Okay, here we are. Number 29. You have you can see how to install. Oh, that's Kafka. Strange. Okay, this is basically. I think I need to change the headline here. This is basically how you install and run a Docker, and the Docker that I'm using is Zeppelin 073. If you do a Docker run and then the Apache Zeppelin 073, then it already installs you the container and it runs the container for you. And that basically this is one of the main things to actually get as far as I have gotten this. Where is my Zeppelin? Where is it? Oh, okay, here is it. Why is this assumed so strange? No, that's not it. That was the example. Huh? Where the hell is it? Okay. What I have is I have the movie database that I got sent from Sebastian. Oh man, this stream is a bit. I want to go live and don't want to keep you any longer. I just quickly need to find the file. Where was the file? Let me just quickly check, because I just want to show you the source file, what we are working with. And we are working with downloads. Documents, Docker files, notebooks, movies. Okay, here it is. Okay, what we are going to work with is this file. It's basically a movie database. It's a comma. It's a CSV file, so it's semicolon for the changes. Yeah, Sebastian, if you still have the URL, you can quickly post in the URL if that works. It's very interesting. So you have basically year, length of the movie, title, subject, author, actress, actor, actress, director, popularity, and so on and so on. And then you have everything here, every line. The second line is basically the type that you have, int, string, and so on and so on. Boolean of words, yes or no. Yeah, other data types. It doesn't really matter for this example here. Yeah, I can maybe let's quickly delete this, or let's delete all of them. Do it. Let's stay here. Okay, that doesn't matter actually for us. Okay. What we can do then is, when we have this this file. And first thing I'm doing, if it's in JSON or it's a CSV file, check out basically the most interesting information is how is it structured, what is in the file, and what are the data types. And this is a very good example of how to do it. One line, second line, the contents, second line, the data types. And then basically you have everything. Yeah. And what I'm doing is, shall I copy paste everything in, or shall we just quickly go over? Should I just show you everything I have prepared? How would you guys like to do this? Because we can go over it step by step, or just boom, everything, and then we explain everything down. Depends on what you guys want. While I'm opening this. Nick says boom. Okay. First one gets the point. Yeah, let me just bring it in. The quest is always to scale it right, so you guys see what I'm doing. And the thing is, can I zoom this here? Oh, how was the how can you zoom on a Mac? Zoom zoom Chrome on Mac. Press Control plus. Okay. Control plus. I usually don't do this. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, okay. Oh no. This is the right size. Okay, I think you guys now you can see better. Okay. Let me quickly. Okay, so it's basically super simple. I used here the absolute basic way of reading something by just reading a text file. And you can read a text file and put this into a input RDD, and basically what I have done here, let's not focus on this thing. This I use this to create then the data frame that I'm using for SparkSQL, because as you know, or a quick recap, a RDD is not column separated, or it's not column oriented, so you don't have column names, and it's just boom, a rows down, and it's very good for parallel processing. But if you want to do something like SparkSQL, it's a data frame is good, because you can set basically column names for a data frame. And this is, we are going to see this then down below here. But for now, this is the absolute simplest way of doing this. Just I create a new class, movie line, and this has just one thing line in it with a string, and then I map into it. We're going to see this in a second, and then I'm saying movie line to data frame, and I just register this template. And how this ends is, you can then see, you can do in Zeppelin, you can do a SparkSQL, a SQL query, select select everything from movie line, and then you're getting the rows. These are limited by 1,000, but you can basically see everything here. So these are all the rows. And Hi, Dimitri. Just a quick round of hi, Franca. Nick already talked. Sebastian, yep. Saidi, hi. Rodney, how's it going? Yeah, so the thing is, now you can, oh man, my stomach is making noises here. Yeah, so this is the first thing. Now you know everything is basically it's okay. It's read in. You can see also here input. You have a Spark RDD from the type string. Yeah, 261. Is that lines? That should be lines. Yeah, that's the number of basically in an array, number of objects in an array. So yeah. Okay, I don't know what these deprecation warnings are here. I have no idea. So right now we know everything is okay. And now we can continue, and now we can go further and look further in this. The first thing that is very easy and that I want to go over is mapping. So you have basically the option of mapping the lines. And now let's go over everything that I have done, and that now this will get very clear. So I'm for the data frame, then later I'm basically saying what is it that I want to have later. I want to have a data frame with basically two columns, one that is called date and one that is called genre. And these two, let's use string here. Doesn't matter about types. Let's do and use everything as a string. So then what you do is we're going to move the movie text. We're going to use that. What has happened now? We're going to use this from that's great. I just before the stream what did I do here? I think we can just use the input here. Yeah. We're going to use the input. And now what we're going to do, we're going to do a map section where we take every line of this input RDD and we split it. And we split it as for the semicolon. And so basically we end up with a splitted line by each column. And then we can basically select out what do we want. We want in this case we want the date and the genre. Then we look at the file. You have here the date is the first position and the genre is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth. So it begins with 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So what we say then is from this splitted line, we are taking the objects S0 and S3. The S is variable. You can use everything here, and we're going to put it into the object or into the class of date and genre. So it's basically then what we are, S0 becomes the date and S3 becomes the genre. And then we just say, okay, now we have this, and let's and we are registering the template date and genre, and then we should get this out. Now let's just run all paragraphs quickly. I just want to see if this still works or if I have broken it now. Okay. And okay. Yeah. So you can see here, the header lines, we did not take any measure to, as Sebastian said, to leave out the header lines. So the header lines are still in here. And then we have the numbers, the date, and the genre here. And okay, it's very simple because we used this case class and we mapped it here. We have date and genre as names. So we can select here, let's say, select date. Date is stupid name. I should have called it my date or something. I just my date. Let's quickly run it again. Because now I need to run it again. I changed the template. Everything ran. This here. Okay. So you can see the date. Nick says use. I don't know what you mean, Nick. Okay, so this is a super basic thing. And okay. And now what you could do is yeah, I could. That's true. Could have used that. But let's, yeah, could use date in how's that called in English? Oh man, you know what I mean. These things here. Okay, so the next thing. Now what I just want to show you how easy this stuff is. Now the next thing is, let's count how many movies are in a year. And basically how often has a year a movie in it, or is in the other. Here we have 1982 2 times. And so what is happening, or what we want to count how many movies are there for 82. And what we're going to do is we are going to almost do the same thing. But what we're going to do is we are going to take the input again. Oh, I didn't. Yeah. We're going to take the input again. And we're going to split again the columns. And then what you do is you take the date and you make an integer, just a 1. Add a 1 here. And when you let that run, you can see here, count date, I called that. I'm absolutely bad with naming variables, so I'm sorry. You can then see here for count date, it's an RDD type string and integer. So the string, so it's a pair RDD that we have seen in the last stream from Jacek's book. You have RDDs and you have pair RDDs. Or is that a pair RDD? I think that does already count. And so you have an RDD with string and integer in it. And now what you want to do is you want to count, or count every time 1982 comes up. So what we have paired here, we have paired 1982 with a 1. So every time can we see this count date? Let's do this. Okay. Let's make a select star from count date. Why doesn't that work? Why doesn't that work? Okay, I haven't used. Can I just make this to a data frame and not use a template? I'm not 100% sure if this works. No. Until I found. Yeah, you can absolutely read this as a CSV. I just want to show you the basics of basically handling a text file, and this is why you need to do these splits, for instance, and so on. So, and I don't want to have a data frame. I want to start with the absolute basic stuff. I want to start with RDDs and then put them into data frames. I don't want to start with data frames right away and get this not as a text file, as a CSV, and then a data frame comes out. This is not what I want to do here. These are just the absolute basics of Spark, and I'm an idiot because why doesn't this work? I can create here the data frame. Here's the data frame with _1, _2. So basically _1 is always how you can use the first basically column and the second column. But why can I use that here? Table view not found map. I think he hasn't registered it. That's dumb. Yeah, let's forget about this for now. Let's not get bogged down by this. So what I want to show you, or what I want to give you here, is basically what we have done is we have now connected the year and a single integer, a 1. So every time we see 1982, it has a 1 in it. And the next step, what you do is you want to reduce it. And you want to reduce it by adding those together. So what you're doing here is reducing by a key. Yeah, don't you miss the reduced by template? I'm not sure, because I haven't okay, I can do this here. I don't want to mess it up, because when I change this here, then I'm going to then this is in the wrong form for the reduce when I add here. I don't know how I can register this as a good template. Let's just check this. No, I tried this. No, that doesn't work. Because for the template to work, I need to put in. I basically need to map these into the object, and or basically according to the class. Yeah, I need to register it as a temp table, Yeah. I mean, dumbass. Yeah, here. Now it should work. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Sometimes. Now we see it. Okay. So as you can see here, in this thing, now we have all the years multiple times, and we have always a 1 behind it. And now what the reducer is going to do here, we're going to reduce by key. And so he's going to take every one of these he's going to take the key here, 1983, and he's then going to sort make a list of all the 1983s. So there might be 10 1983s with a 1. And what he's then going to do is going to add them together. So he's going to add the values of these together, and then I'm mapping those into the movie date class, where we have the line and the count. So let's look at this. Movie date. And boom. So now we have them all here. We have the years, for instance, 1982 with 37 times 1986. And now we can do just simple or by count. Let's see if this goes. Descending. Didn't work. Let's select a line. I don't think this works. No. Because count is I think count is a no. Let's not get confused here. Let's just quickly rename this again. My count. Yes. Order by my count. Line my count. And let's run everything. And here we have it. 1981, 1990, 87, 89. You can also see it like this. That's what I like about okay, the scatter is quite. So you can have table, or you can have these bar charts. So you can a bit see the distribution where stuff lies. Yeah, so this is basically a very simple example for map and reduce, and how you could do this. Of course, you could do this a lot easier. Now my SQL skills are how was that? Select a line and then no. How was that? Line and count. My count. No. Count. My count. and then or by my group by, wasn't that this? Group by line. Why did I call this line? It should be date or my date. Is there something wrong here? Doesn't matter. I didn't need to run this whole thing. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, SQL pros. How did that work? Count. Or could I just count line here? No. Oh man. Group by line. Order by my count. Wasn't this how this worked? Oh man. As oh, my naming skills. How do we name the count as my count? As no, that didn't work. I think oh man. Yeah, shouldn't I then? I selected the wrong table. Oh. Yeah, movie date. I should date and genre. Yeah. No, I need to select I wanted to select this one here, but yeah, I could also select this one here, date and genre. Which just how am I doing this now? Let me just bring up a quick text edit. Let's quickly throw this in here. So what we could do is we could say select how was that, time and genre? My date and genre. I'm again stuff. It gets. I'm idiot. Just the template, date and genre. So I need this here. I need this simple date and genre table. So this here, date and genre. So my date, and I have a genre, but I don't care about the genre. So what I want is I want to print here the date, and I want a count of this date as counted from genre, and then I want to group it by my date. I'm not 100% sure if this was how it was working. And then order by counted descending. Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Wasn't there an option to make this, to bring this up? Or to move these things? Width 6. Okay, this didn't work. Okay. It went back. Come on. Okay, let's do this. This is 4. And this one is 4, so we can see them side by side. And you can see that everything is basically the same. Come on. It's a bit fumbly here. Okay. Yeah. Now we cannot see anymore the. So this was from. Oh man, this is annoying. Now I cannot see the SQL query anymore. The left one. Copy. Paste. Exactly. I have the line and I have my count from date and genre ordered by my count. Nothing serious. And also what we have done. Didn't genre. What have I done here? Oh man, guys, I'm confused. That's what didn't genre. That's what happens when you haven't prepared this 100%. Why did I use date and genre all the time here? Here we counted this thing. And here, line my count from date and genre. Why haven't we used this one here? Movie date. There should be movie date here. I can't. Now the zooming doesn't work 100%. Come on. Okay, now that was totally my fault. I don't know exactly what you mean, Nick, with this one. So, okay. Yeah. So this is basically the same thing. As you can see, the only thing here what we have changed is, or what we've done is, first thing we had an RDD in this one here, where we use movie date. We've been working with an RDD. We basically took the input as just as a text file, and then we mapped it. We split the lines. We took each of the columns. We took the year column. We added a 1, and then we reduced it and put it into a template, and then we've displayed it, and in the other one we just split it and done. Boom, that was it, and super simple. And the work we've done with the second one, where we just used the pre-split inputs into the columns, we did stuff with SQL, and that's more or less it. And it has the same conclusion here. Wow, this is this is brilliant. Okay, now we're getting back in. So Zeppelin has a bit problems with scaling. Yeah, hi Dragonfly. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff today with just simple things. Sometimes it takes a bit because the overview here is not. First, sometimes I'm a retard and I don't see stuff. But also, this is, you're scrolling up and down. You can never see everything. This is a bit. So we basically we took just a text file. We didn't make a CSV import, and just took a text file, looked at it. Was it read completely? Then we mapped date and genre and used this basically with SQL or with SparkSQL to modify the template to count how many movies are in the year. And in this, we took the RDDs and mapped the RDDs, and then found out how many films are within a year. So super basic stuff. Basically, I can, I'm wondering, guys, how many of you guys have a very good understanding of how map and reduce stuff is working? How is that working? How many of you guys have this down, or who's having some problems here? Because I have a very quick example on my blog somewhere. Can find this. I think this should be it. Yeah. Let's take a quick excursion here. Silence, so I guess everybody is asleep because nobody has seen this, or everybody has seen this and nobody answers it. So the thing here, more or less, it's a good answer, Nick. So the a very easy the question was, how do you have, or how good do you know how MapReduce functions? Because this is basically what we have done in Spark here. The map command and the reduce command, it's always the same. How this basically works is, in our case, we had here the lines, each line of the text file. Let me just get this bigger. We had here okay, now here you have the lines of our text file, and in the map phase we basically modify each line, and in our case we cut out the year. Here in a simple example with a timestamp, you make a cut on the day, and then you have only the date and no longer the hours, minutes and seconds. This is basically what we have done here. We splitted the line for each of the columns in the CSV file, and then we took out the first one, or here we took out the first one and the fourth one. This is basically what we have done here in the map phase. And then we assigned a value to each one of those. We assigned 1 to each of those here. And so if this has a 1 and this has a 1 and this has a 1, then in the reduce phase, when you do reduce by key, all these with the same key, in this case it was 2016, 5th month, 2nd day, these all are getting basically grouped together, these keys, and then you can add them or make averages. And what we have done is, now in our case there was standing 1982, 1, 1982 with a 1, 1982 with a 1, 1982 with a 1, and then we did a A plus B, so a 1 plus 1, and then these things are getting added together, and we end up with here, that's some other thing, we end up here with our numbers, 129, 105, 102, and so on and so on. So very simple, very basic. Yeah. Let me just search something. Then there are, of course, there are other options because you can read. What am I showing here? Because you can read the stuff directly into a data frame. How was that working? Spark. Let me just quickly search this. Spark read CSV into data frame. Load CSV as data frame. How was that in Stack Overflow? These guys. Okay, here it is. Let's try this quickly. That's the wrong one. Let's quickly try this. Read input directly to data frame. Okay. Input df, or let's call it sdf. Now you guys are already spiraling because this is an old. What has happened? Spark read format, header true, load file / notebook text, and then let's quickly add this then to it. No, data frame we have already. What has happened? Where did it go? Input as df dot just a template. Input df. Let's see how this looks. Enter new. Move up. And then let's see SQL select star from input df. Okay, let's run everything quickly. Did I put val before it? No. Okay, it's running. Okay, here you can see it. DataFrame already has the stuff from the header. And then it should be in. Select everything from input df. Okay, now we have the second header row as well. And then we can start here. And yeah. We didn't have the special denominator as well. How is that called? Header mode. Somebody, the separator. Yeah, has somebody a link how the separator is set? Set delimiter, custom delimiter. No, not pandas. Spark read option. Just quickly check it. We're already. Spark read format. Okay, we need to do this here. Read option. I think we can set this here into header option. This option delimiter semicolon. Let's try it again. Let's run this. That looks good. And now we have it in fields. It's that simple. So as you can see, it can, as Nick said, if you use the function, it's super simple. But now it's in a data frame, and you cannot learn how to basically rework RDDs into something like into a data frame. And for some work, data frames RDDs are very, very good, and especially if you're in time series stuff and so on, RDDs are super simple. Okay, that was interesting. That was interesting, guys. I'm still amazed that you are still here. We could now just write it, but I don't know. So this partition or flat map we haven't done today, so we need to add this maybe to day 4. Let me just put this down here so I can keep an eye on what we have missed, and I can send it to another day. So we were reading CSV as RDD and directly and as DataFrame. We talked about map. We talked about map and reduce. We talked about SparkSQL. Writing. Haven't talked about writing. Let's put this into tomorrow's section. Or in the next one. For tomorrow I have other plans. Or not. Let's see. I can share this notebook with code, of course. Great idea, Nick. I'm going to, where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it, I know. On the GitHub, I'm going to make another folder here for the Spark week. And I'm going to put in the this source code that you can work with it. And I'm also going to put in the file. And if I find the link that Sebastian provided, I'm also adding the link where we got this. Yeah. All right. I don't know if you guys, we can, if you want, we can quickly, it's been some time when I wrote down this stuff or when I saved it to a local drive, but we could quickly check Spark save, let's save a data frame as or as local file to local file, saving data frame to local file. I can write it as a Parquet file. Save data frame to the Parquet file, of course. Okay. Would be a good example. Okay. Just quickly, where was that? This is already a good resource here. Spark save data frame as okay. If somebody already, yeah, right. I mean, right, of course. If somebody already has an example, just post it in. Okay, that if that works, that's simple. Let's put out this one here. To the data, we already have it as a data frame. Why is it always disappearing here? I don't know. Let me just. go somewhere else and let's go back. Well, a reduce data frame df reduced df equals I'm not sure if I need to do this or if I don't need to do this. Don't know. And then I should be simply dot write dot parquet slash, how's it called, slash notebook slash notebook slash parquet or movie dot parquet. Let's try this. Let's try this quickly. Let's run this. No, not the old paragraphs, only this one. Okay. That was easy. Let me just check my folders, if I can already see something. So what I can see here is I can see a folder called movie.parquet. Oh, you cannot see this, it's a bit small. And then I can see the parquet file in it. So let's just try something. Let's do something different. Let's comment this out again. Use this to store the data frame as parquet on the local drive. And then let's read something. Read the parquet file. Let's read. We should only use. Let me just copy this over. This should be super simple. Spark read parquet, and then we take this thing here. Boom, 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 boom. Whoosh. And then we register another template. F dot no. Why didn't that work? Let's register a template and we call this parquet read. Okay. Okay, this is wrong. We need to, this is where I wanted to insert it. Here. Yeah, let's do it red. Let's put it in red. Okay. So we commented out again this, then we registered a new table, parquet read. Let's see if this thing can read from it and create a data frame. Okay, file df, line string my count. That was cool. That that was easy. That was easy. Okay. Yeah, you can directly access S3 from here. You don't need to. You can directly access a Parquet file or a file on S3 and load this. This example should be in the, is this in the Zeppelin tutorial? Is this still the tutorial? Yeah, here. This is the only one, the old one. They say Spark context parallelize IO utils to string new URL, and then you put in the CSV and the char set, and then out comes a RDD. Oh. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy this worked out. This worked out really good. We had some issues in the middle of the stream, but I think this worked out really great. Yeah, I'm already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to take everything here, and I quickly insert it into the, where's the notepad or the text edit. I quickly edit it in the text edit here, and so we have this one stored. This cannot go anywhere. And then I think tomorrow morning or something I'm going to add this. So what we have done here is we have wrote this to a local Parquet file, and then read this again, local Parquet file. Read CSV as RDD, and also we have, oh no, yeah, and CSV as DataFrame. Yeah, Zeppelin is the Jupyter of Java, and it's the sister to the one from Databricks and so on. Zeppelin is super cool. You have a lot of interpreters in Zeppelin. So you have Spark, Angular. You have also a Flink interpreter, Cassandra, Elasticsearch, and so on. So yeah, you can also use PySpark here. So this thing is really good. When I first saw this, I saw this. It was in incubation phase. Now it's a top level Apache product. Yeah. Okay. I want to see something funny. Let me just check. I found something the last week. I found something interesting in my folder at work. This thing here. I would just download it. No. found this thing here. A Cloudera certificate from December 2014. Oh man. No, because we were talking about one of our guys. So talking about Cloudera fanboy 2014, I already did Cloudera certificate for administrator training Hadoop. I found that super funny because I didn't even know I had this certificate. I was searching for some time if I still have it, and I still have it. It's funny. And how it's also funny how time runs, or time flies by. Some questions. Zeppelin is super cool until it hangs on production cluster. Yeah, right. I'm guessing. Yeah, Zeppelin is used to deploy Spark applications. This is basically a front end for Spark. You can plan stuff and so on. Cloudera uses more or less Zeppelin in their how's that called, data science workbench. So yeah, Zeppelin is still growing, is still getting is still gaining traction. Apache Zeppelin. Oh, I should go to Wiki. Here we have it. Not in France. Oh, it's only in France. Okay, it doesn't matter. Certificates are not that important. I did it back then just because I was doing a lot of administration on Cloudera clusters, and when you make the transition from development and testing phase to a production phase, somebody needs to be trained, and courses are a good way to learn stuff you haven't seen before and to get deeper into a topic. And so I did this course. I didn't even do the certification. That you can, for how much was that? They said last week, the colleague said 300 euros or something. You can do a certification, and I could have done this back then, but I wasn't interested in being certified. I was interested in the knowledge, and just for getting because this is an attendee document that I attended. This I went to Netherlands to do a basically on-site training, but I wasn't interested in getting the certificate just to have the certificate. The knowledge was the interesting thing, the important thing. Okay, guys. As I can see, we are already. Yeah, those courses are expensive. This thing is, I think, 2,000 euros or something. In dollars. How much is that in dollars? Euro and dollar. Oh, okay, it's not that much. Yeah, $2,300 or something. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's wrap up. So we have done. We're already. Do you remember last week when I said this Spark daily topics streams or day streams will be focus streams around half an hour? We're already 1.5 hours in. It's, oh man. Yeah. Okay. Let's every other question that you have, let's put this into the chat or into the comment section of this video, and we're going to try and answer them in the next thing. Oh, there was a very interesting comment in the last one. I almost forgot this. I just want to show you this one. That one was great. That was really a great comment. How do I get to the comments here? This one here from that was from Dimitri. Dimitri, you're in the chat, right? Wasn't Dimitri in the chat here? Yeah, Dimitri is in the chat here. That was a super helpful comment here. It's worth to mention using caching only memory only persisting for a significant amount of data. It's almost inevitable to stumble into some problems. And yeah, that's so. What you do is yeah, you can set some no. Oh, okay. Now that should have read this again before reading this here. So this is here's a tip for how to go into caching with the broadcast stuff. Wasn't that this comment that Dimitri wrote? Yeah, broadcasts and accumulators. First one is just a way to distribute some data needed for computation with the broadcast among the executors. It's not writable on workers, and accumulator is like counter MapReduce framework. It's to pass some information from worker to driver. Wasn't there? Didn't you write a comment, Dimitri, about how it's better to distribute data? Here, this one. Actually, there are different use cases for these functions. Usually use broadcasting for distribution of small amount of data between nodes, and add file to distribute some libs. This is interesting, and this is a bit like I said before. I said in the last stream. Oh, it's a bit small for you. Like I said in the last stream, you broadcast some configuration values and some small stuff. And here's a good hint for the add file. That absolutely makes sense to use add file to broadcast larger amounts. I'm not that knowledgeable into accumulators, so I still need to look into this as well. But yeah, it's interesting. We should check this out. So great comment, and this is stuff we can follow up if you guys write comments. I love that. Yeah. Okay, let's wrap up the stream. So if you like this stream and if you like this this series and this channel, hit the subscribe button. If you use the bell, if you activate the bell, you get a notification when I go online, when I go live. This is we set out this to be an 8-day course or an 8-day. I don't want to call it training, an 8-day something, and yeah, hit the subscribe, follow this. If you want to support, as I showed you before, you can support on Patreon. You can also, where's the Patreon? Patreon is gone. You can support on Patreon. You can check out my shop, Plumbers of Data Science, on Amazon. This thing is filled with stuff that I have used, that I recommend, and also where some stuff where all the money is going that you're going to send or that you're sending to me right now, because I'm seeing something on, I'm having some patrons on Patreon, and I'm wondering why this other stuff here doesn't show up. I just I'm in the list here. Let me just books. Here are the books. So I also added some stuff future podcast gear, how I'm going to advance this podcast. Thanks for being here. That was really fun. I'm going to add this now to the cookbook and share it on social media. And then I'm going to put the link below. And I'm reading, I second that idea, Nick. We need more good examples with Spark. I'm going to share the notebook, and let me know in the comment section if you have some good examples or some stuff that you want to know. If it works in Zeppelin, let's try it out. This stuff is fun. And as you can see, an hour and a half, 1.5 hours is basically nothing. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go to bed. It's already midnight, and have a great day. Buy my shirt, yeah. The thing is, this stuff helps the channel. And I today I set up the company, or start setting up the company, and now I'm going to have to fill out some tax forms and so on. So I'm going to get this thing running, and I'm going to use the stuff, the money from you guys, or from the contributors on the cookbook, to buy new gear. So basically this webcam, it's okay. I have it on there, and also to at some point get some help, because through my day job and this one, I don't have time to distribute all the snippets to make blog posts of all this, to document all this. And so at some point I need some more help, and when I have a steady income here, I can get someone to help, and then build a business that is more or less, I want to have this more or less voluntary, so that, and maybe do some trainings, that if you want to have, don't want to look at 1.5 hour or do 10 1.5 hour streams, you have a training 2 hours and this stuff is done. But at some point to transition full time here in the next 5 to 10 years, I don't know. Okay, yeah, Plumbers Unite. See ya tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to go to day 4, or I'm going to talk about how this streaming setup is working. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe, yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Now I finally stop, and good night, and yeah, bye-bye.